Welcome into Chatterbox Bearcats. I am your host, Nick Niehaus, joined always on the midweek show with Eric Lilly, a.k.a. Bearcat Bunch, and your Cincinnati Bearcats are tied for first place in the Big 12, but with just one other member, and that is the BYU Cougars. Cincinnati, top 21 in the entire country. Lilly, I know we got your thoughts for the Oklahoma State game as Cincinnati took them down 49-17 on the road. A much needed cover because the Big 12 refs have thwarted that in back-to-back weeks. I guess at least just UCF. I can't go to the memory bank for the week before, but I think they did as well. Anyway, I know we heard your thoughts because you were on the post-game instant reaction with Chuck, but anything you missed, and then we can get into what I'm thinking about the squad.
I'm just happy we took care of business, and it doesn't seem like there are any bad injuries. Obviously, the report's going to come out on Wednesday. We're staying healthy. I checked out the snap counts. Guys are rotating. Our D-line, I know our defense hasn't been great, but they're rotating those guys like got to be the freshest team in the league right now. We're rotating guys when we're up. We're pretty healthy, and things are going great. So let me knock on wood there for a second. Let's keep that rolling because that stuff really matters in football. So I did notice that their interim head coach today in the press conference, not that I'm still watching, we moved on. We're looking at Baylor now. Said that other than the score, it felt like they won.
Wait. Hold up. Two things. I don't know what is worse, that quote or the fact that you're watching the Oklahoma State presser today.
I saw it aggregated on Twitter. Don't worry.
Okay. That makes it.
I might be misquoting him too, but the quote bothered me a little. It's like, come on, dude. He's an intern, and they've got some serious problems. So maybe they're just looking for the small, try to get people to stop transferring every week stuff.
Yeah, they are 0-4 in the Big 12, 74 points scored, 174 points scored against, 1-6 total, which you don't see very often in Power 4 football, just considering you have some of these teams that you can just beat up on. Let's start with the positive. And that is Brendan Sorsby. He's finally getting some national media attention. He is top 15 in the Heisman odds. And it's shocking to me that he's not higher when it comes to as being a draft prospect. I just saw this to our you got me into this podcast for national coverage, and that's Cover 3 and Tom Fernelli. I didn't end the clip because we were just right before, you hopped in the studio here, but I saw it quoted that maybe he's a late round guy. It's like, why? Why is Brendan Sorsby considered late round? It seems like he's top 3 in the Big 12 in terms of, quarterbacks. And it's not like this is going to be a amazing quarterback draft. I don't even know who there is at the top, really. I mean, I know Fernando Mendoza out of Indiana.
Different.
Everybody's different.
Yeah, it's one of those years where like someone could come out of nowhere, and why not?
Yeah. So I don't get why there's no hype around Brendan Sorsby, but maybe that's a blessing in disguise. Maybe we need to just put out like mock drafts. We start fake Twitter accounts and put Sorsby like in the 7th round, so he doesn't know he's too good to stay in terms of coming back for senior year. It's like, dude, you're going to go in the 7th round. You might as well just come back, rack up the NIL, and then become a first rounder after your senior year. Anyway. Obviously,
Scott Satterfield burner tweets. Brendan Sorsby has small hands. I've seen them; they're very small.
It's obviously we would love for him to come back, but on to the positive. Like, he just keeps balling out, and he just also, what he doesn't do, Lilly, and that's he doesn't turn the ball over, which is something that. If anybody was down on him last year, it would be the fact that there were just head-scratching plays. And he doesn't have those this year. He's 21 of 30, 284 yards, averaging 9.5 yards a pass, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And he didn't run much in this game, but like he's also, again, tough and he can run. And that one quarterback run that he had where he just stuck his left foot in the ground, planted, went right, made a guy miss, and then ran through 2 other guys for the touchdown.
That was crazy.
He just looks really good. Brendan Sorsby looks really good. I don't know what else to say about him.
This fast last year. Like I thought he was a good runner last year, but he seems like fast. I don't know.
He also like doesn't look that big on TV, but like when I went down and I told the story of how I had my family take a picture with him last week on the field. He's big. He's well sized when it comes to draft prospects. I don't know what people are missing, but I selfishly hope they keep missing because I would love to see him back here.
If we keep winning, I feel like he's going to be rising on the Twitter boards, put it that way.
Yeah. And absolutely what Chuck said on Saturday, I believe it was you too, but like after the Nebraska game, we're like, we might have a lack of dudes. I thought we were very top heavy. I thought Sorsby was a guy. Joe Royer was a guy. Corleone was a guy. Golday was a guy. Those are, I think I said 4 guys. Maybe threw Matthew McDoom in there without knowing just because the hype was there off season. But I was like, we got 4, maybe 5 guys. And then the rest of the roster we'll find out as the year goes on. And here we are finding out. I mean, Noah Jennings. Yeah. I don't think anybody knew who that was before the season. Jeff Caldwell's coming into his own a little bit. Cyrus Allen seems to be the best wide receiver. And then the 1-2 punch of Evan Pryor, Tawi Walker. Notice how we're talking about offense, though. The defense, I don't know what to do, Lilly. It's funny because we had, remember the poll last year when things were awful in basketball, and I would put out those polls that were obviously slanted, and it would be like, what's the problem here? Is it the talent? Is it the coaching? I think, honestly, we need to put that poll out when it comes to the defense. They only gave up 17 points. It's not like they had a bad game per se. It looks bad. Is it the talent or is it the scheme? What is it? That's the big mystery around Clifton.
I mean, we've seen the scheme have success in the Big 12. So I think it can work. And honestly, it's working. It's kind of miserable to watch as a fan, I will say. It reminds me of that Brian Kelly bend don't break, but Brian Kelly's bend don't break forced turnovers. One thing we do have in common with that Brian Kelly bend don't break team is we score fast and we've got a really good punter. So make the other team go 90 yards and stuff like this is why, like, during the game I tweeted about, I was kind of subtweeting UC fans complaining about the defense. And, I wasn't enjoying it. It wasn't me saying like, hey, our defense is good, but I'm looking at Game on Paper here right now. It's a website, analytics website. We're second in the country in opponents starting field position. So opponents start on their own 24. That counts like every possession, 24. Just to give you an example, we start on our own 28, and that's 79th in the country. So like the really good teams are starting in the 30, around the 30-yard line. Really bad teams starting on the 24. It's, it doesn't seem like much, but when you think about the game of football and the way we play, we're scoring 7. They're scoring 3, 0, a couple 7s. The more yards you need, the more plays you need, the more chance things go wrong. It feels like a numbers game to me, but I will say it's not fun to watch. Unless Matthew McDoom's getting a 99-yard pick 6, which is great. But it definitely worries me when Baylor's coming to town, Niehaus, with they sling it.
It hasn't been a problem yet because, like you said in the post-game show, they've given up 3 touchdowns in 2 games. It's really good.
Yeah.
Really good. But Oklahoma
like
State, well, Oklahoma State has no business passing for 149 yards. And that sounds like wow, it's only 149 yards. That's a wide receiver at quarterback, right?
And players that haven't worked with him.
Yeah, 377 yards total. It's just not good. But you know what the point of a football game is? What the main objective? To score. And they're not allowing that. It's just it hasn't been a problem yet, but it's worrisome for the future. And like you mentioned, Baylor can sling it. I got nothing else for this game other than, hey, thank you, Joe Royer. 5 receptions. It's about time we got him the ball. And
we talked about that, Niehaus.
Like
we're gonna get a Joe Royer game, and there it was.
There it is.
Like, I'm looking at our stats right now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 receivers between 300 and 400 yards, and then 2 more receivers between 100 and 200. We're spreading the ball out. I think teams are starting to realize we can't just guard Joe Royer, and hopefully this is a turning point for him.
This is one of the more fun Cincinnati offenses I've really ever seen.
Since BK, right?
Yeah, because those Fickle days, obviously it was the defense, and then you'd get the occasional Desmond Ritter read option where he'd rip 80-yard touchdowns against SMU, or he'd find Alec Pierce on the seam. Trey Tucker, wide open one, but those I feel like were few and far between, to where there's explosive plays all over the place. So this is a fun team. It's a very fun team, and I feel like we're nitpicking a little bit, but that's what you do when you're good enough to get nitpicked. Because what?
We haven't had that Evan Pryor one yet either. His longest run's 46 yards, which is far. But
yeah,
last year I think it was 86.
Yeah, and only got the 9 carries. That we're not asking much of them. I don't know. It just seems like very well balanced offense. So 21st in the country, 4-0 in the Big 12, 6-1. But we haven't been tested in a couple weeks. We got one coming up because, like you said, Baylor can sling it. Yeah.
And not to hijack to Baylor's defense, but I'm going to do it, Niehaus. You just mentioned it's been a couple weeks since we've faced a good team. Baylor's defense sucks. They're 100th in the country in guarding the run on EPA per rush. That's the stats I use. I'm not going to explain it on the podcast, but they're 100th in the country in EPA per rush on defense. 53rd in pass, which is not good either, but 100th is horrible. That's not Oklahoma State horrible, but it's bad. So in theory, we should be able to run all over these guys. And honestly, I was watching the Baylor TCU game some. We should be able to throw all over them too. They did have a really good cornerback out last week. It's one to monitor. If you follow me on Bearcat Bunch, I'll tweet about it this week based on the injury reports. But Tevin Williams was out, and his backup, Calder Williford, got torched. 2 touchdowns on big plays. He was getting picked on all day. He's 5'9". This is one of those games you can win doing both things. And as you mentioned, how our offense is humming right now. It's fun. You don't know who's getting the ball. Everybody's performing. I think we have 7 guys or 8 guys with 2 touchdowns. We can score points either way this game. And I want to see a nice balanced attack out there. I really think if we reach the peak with this team, getting to Arlington and then see what happens, it's going to be because our offense is who do you guard? And I think this is a great game to show who do you guard.
Well, the over-under is 67.5. So that's a pretty high number.
Let's go over, Niehaus.
I'm in.
Let's do it.
I'm in. We might need to change the if you saw, we're getting in the pick'em game. We're getting in the pick'em game. I don't want to go over the results because we'll have a different video out later this week. But we might need to change the UC line to allow over unders because like we can't just we're all going to be on UC every single time. It's kind of a flawed part right there. So I might just put over in mine. Anyway.
Yeah, let's have a wild card pick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like one extra pick you can make or something like that.
Yeah.
We're making up the rules on the fly over here, which is, I think the fans of the show will be like, yeah, that makes sense with this crew.
Yeah, let's just make up stuff as we go. Sawyer Robertson. Most yards in the country. 2,376 yards. He leads all of FBS passing. He leads it by 165 yards.
Slings it, man.
He slings it. 21 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He's taken 12 sacks. He's ESPN's QB rating of 146, averages 7.9 yards per pass, 61% completion percentage. And like I said, he leads the country in yards, 2,376. To put that into perspective, Brendan Sorsby is 33rd in the country of passing yards, 1,718. So as much as we love Brendan Sorsby and what he's done this year, which I'm not taking away anything from Sorsby, I love Brendan Sorsby. If anybody has listened to this, you know that. But Sawyer Robertson is balling out.
Yeah, and part of that, Niehaus, is I don't know how many people know this in UC fan circles, but Baylor came into the country in this summer. The Athletic, ESPN, there's multiple articles written about how they had the best running back room in the country with Dawson Pendergrass and Bryson Washington. And Dawson Pendergrass tore his ACL right before the season started. And their adjustment has been sling it. They're just slinging it every play. They throw the crap out of the ball with Sawyer. Bryson Washington is a really good running back. He did 1,000 yards last year and 12 touchdowns as a redshirt freshman. This is their number one running back this year. I just got done listening to Aranda's press conference. Sicko stuff. Interesting guy, by the way. He's
why we have you.
He's an interesting press conference. Very weird. Doesn't seem like a football guy, but yeah, someone's got to listen, right? But Bryson Washington fumbled it last week, fumbled it the week before. His worst game of the year was last week. He had 23 yards on 11 carries versus TCU in a game where almost 80 points were scored. Not what you want to see if you're a Baylor fan. It almost feels like they're abandoning the run game. Our run defense, if you look at analytics, is actually decent. I know it doesn't feel that way. If we lose this game, it'll be because of Robertson, though. We are just not very good at guarding the pass right now, and it's a problem. And I'm nervous about it because, Robertson isn't just a flash in the pan. He was a flash in the pan last year, but now we know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the country. And we know Baylor wants to throw the ball. And we know from watching the TCU game last week that they're not going to lay down. They were down 42-21 with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That's 3 touchdowns. And they had the ball left. They had the ball down 6 to end the game. They just didn't score. Fumble return, onside kick, et cetera, et cetera. But when you sling it like that, the deficits aren't as big as they seem. So I think it's just imperative this week. We haven't lost recently, but we have this PTSD with these leads. I keep seeing tweets and I feel it too about we can't hold a lead. Like, we get conservative, stuff like that. Baylor will get back in the game if we do that stuff. Like, they will get back in the game. So we have to take care of the ball. TCU did not take care of the ball. They won the game, but they fumbled it, didn't recover an onside kick. This will be a true showing of if we can, I mean, assuming we have the lead, of if we can, like, just put them away.
I'm worried that he's going to throw for 500 yards against us. I mean, he threw for 419.
Got to go for 600.
Yeah, he threw for. I'm like half kidding, really, but like he threw for 419 against Auburn. They only put up 24 points. He threw for 440 against SMU. That was in 2 overtimes.
That game was crazy.
He threw for 393 against Oklahoma State. And then in the losing effort last week against TCU, he threw for 318, 2 touchdowns. He did have 3 interceptions. And you know what, though? Makes me feel a little bit better is he doesn't like to run.
Nope, not at all.
In the double overtime game against SMU, he had 20 yards. That's it. That's his highest. Yeah. His next highest is 11. And he's almost in the negatives. I guess because they count sacks, But
that's a good point, though, Niehaus. Like, think about the last couple of weeks. We faced a wide receiver who, you could tell he was being a little conservative with his running. He was sliding and stuff. I'm like, bro, you're a wide receiver. Try to beat the guy. UCF, all of their quarterbacks are dual threat. Iowa State, Rocco Becht is kind of like Sorsby. Kansas, Jalen Daniels is dual threat. This is the first time since Raiola. Like, I'm not counting Bowling Green, Northwestern. This is the first time since Raiola where we faced a guy that wants to not run. Maybe our defense is better in that situation. Shit, I'm going to bet on the Cats.
Yeah, he doesn't run. I just Cam Fancher from UCF. He's probably played the best game against us, right? In theory. Yeah. And I guess Jalen Daniels. Mm-hmm. But that makes me feel a whole lot better.
That's something to watch.
But it's like I hate the 5 yards of cushion. I hate it. So that's when I say I'm worried he's going to throw for 500. He might, but again, we've given up 3 touchdowns in 2 games. So until I see otherwise, I'm going to be hopeful, I guess is the right word. I don't know the right word. It's concerning.
Yeah, can we hold him to a couple field goals while we continue to score? I'm getting nervous because we just score every time we get the ball. Like, when is that going to stop?
Hopefully not against. I don't think against Baylor. I'm not confident, but like I feel good. I just feel any game like with winners on your team, like we have winners. We have winners on this roster. Like Sorsby, the quarterback is a winner. I don't want to go down the line, but like I feel good about the guys. Anything else either you picked up in the presser of Aranda or you got on Baylor?
Yeah.
Because we got hoops to talk about.
Yeah, we still got to talk some hoops here. I was just on the Big 12 stats site here looking at Baylor's defense just to see what we're dealing with the O-line. I like to see like if how Texas Tech is famous for their pass rush.
Yeah.
Baylor is last in the conference in sacks. They have 8. It doesn't feel like we have a pass rush, right? Mm-hmm. Right. We have 14. We have 6 more sacks than these guys. They do not bring the heat. They have the same amount as Iowa State, who we know runs a 3.35, and they don't sack every year. They have a good defense, but they don't get sacks. They're also not getting picks. They're also not forcing punts, forcing fumbles. Sorry. So this is going to be a shootout. And we got to continue this, not turning the ball over. And we heard this in the Cover 3 snippet. Like, if you get on Twitter, go to Viva La Cats. They tweeted it out. I retweeted it. Breaking down, just we look like a good football team. Like, we don't turn the ball over. We punt the ball well. We kick the ball well. Our quarterback doesn't get sacked. If he does get pressured, he makes the right play. This is a good football team, and if we play good football on Saturday, we should win the game.
Simple as that.
I didn't mention defense in there much, though.
No, but I like what you had to say about just lack of pass rush. That just makes me feel so confident with Sorsby.
He's making the right plays.
Yeah, like you said, they go out, they play well. They're going to come home with a win. I mean, this is a team, Baylor, that is 4-3, 2-2 in conference. They lost to Auburn, they lost to Arizona State, and they lost to TCU. They've beaten Oklahoma State and Kansas State.
Cincinnati's their best win.
Cincinnati's the better team here. So, also probably going to be a sold-out crowd for homecoming. Good time slot, I guess. I like it for tailgating.
Awful time slot, Niehaus. I have heartbreaking news here. I am falling victim to the fall wedding.
Oh no!
On homecoming.
Oh
no! He's a great man. She's a great lady. They just made a mistake, and I'm gonna have to deal with the consequences here. And I need you and the rest of Nipper to bring home the dub for me. I'll be watching on the dance floor.
Okay. Yeah, that's. Hey, you got to call in from the wedding. I mean, I did.
That might be good.
I did. Against who did I call in against? I think it was.
Who was that?
Bowling Green. It was Bowling Green. Now that's dedication. Not to
if we win, I'll be there.
Not to pat myself on the back. All right, let's talk some hoops. Lilly, stop me from saying anything crazy. Stop me from saying anything crazy. I thought Wes was setting us up for disaster last week when he said, we're not going to do anything this week, whether we win or lose. Like, we're not making our season. I'm like, we're going to get absolutely smoked on Friday if he's saying that. Because he also said we weren't ready to play. And we went into Ann Arbor and we spanked them.
Don't let the final score lie to you. We killed them.
Don't know. That's okay. I mean, that is a Yaxel Lendenborg is a first-team All-American. And, yeah, he did play really well. He did play really well. He had 30 and 12. Don't get me wrong. Still, like, nobody's talking about Cincinnati. Nobody. And I kind of like that. And even after the win, it's even funny after the win how zero credit from John Rothstein or even Fran, our guy Fran. He spoke at the tip-off dinner. They're like, well, Michigan's missing 2 guys. It's like, Fran, you just talked to me on Tuesday, not me personally, but everybody who was there. It's like, well, yeah, we've got a few guys out. And I guess I got to explain. So the narrative was that Michigan was missing 2 guys, and Cincinnati, I guess, wasn't missing anybody, right? Yeah, we didn't just have a devastating injury to Jalen Haynes. Jalen Celestine's out, and Lucas Atari was on crutches at the tip-off dinner, on the road. Go in, take care of business. Here's the highlights, Lily. Here's the highlights. Sean Abayev.
What? No, you're good. Keep going.
No, I want to hear yours first because
it just bothers me so much. It's like, this is an exhibition. Why are these national media guys going to Twitter to defend Dusty May? Like, I don't know if Dusty May told them. I don't know. Like, I know Rothstein had the game on, but like, do these guys really know that all these players that are missing, and why are you tweeting it? Previously, this would be a secret scrimmage that we never hear about, but now that it's public, you gotta defend a loss. Like,
Rothstein actually hates us. Rothstein legitimately does not like Cincinnati anymore. I don't know if it's because people ran Mick out of town, kind of. They didn't. I don't want to say. I guess that's a little far fetched, but things weren't great with Mick at the end, and maybe they're buddies. I don't know if it's what happened with Brandon, but Rothstein simply, actually has. I don't want to say a vendetta or narrative against us, but at least a tone of voice. You can just tell.
Mhm.
You can just tell.
Just a minor grudge.
You can just tell there's in his tone of voice that he does not like Cincinnati. But yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, highlights.
Didn't mean to cut you off there. That's my bad.
I'm glad I didn't give you a chance to talk about it. So
No.
Sean Abayev, the truth. Baba Miller, dog. Keyshawn Tillery, dog. Buck Harris, dog. Let's see the stats.
I'm pulling them up now. That's what I'm looking
Abayev, 15 points. Oh, I could so go on a tangent right now.
How about that step back, man?
The first,
I know everyone's talking about the dunk, but damn.
I sent that to like 3 people. I'm like, who's the last person you think UC has had that could do this? I got one guy
had like a mini step back, but it wasn't
say
bad.
Jaron Cumberland is the answer.
Yeah, the mini step
and
back.
then it's Sean Kilpatrick, kinda. And then I guess Lance. I don't know if Lance had step backs, but he could look like that. So we're talking like 20 years. I mean, Cumberland was recent. It wasn't. I mean, that step back was insane. Like Chuck is on one. Calling him James Harden, but I like it because I mean that step back is,
Last year we had John Morant.
We got James Harden, but I love it because like my tangent about Abayev is like everybody was trying to be like, oh, if he's a freshman, freshmen don't average double. They don't do it. They just never. The last time a freshman averaged 10 points is shut up.
Uh-oh.
Shut up. Abayev is going to average double digits at Cincinnati. 15 points on the road in your first ever scrimmage at the D1 level against a top 10 team in the country and a first team All-American. He's averaging double digits.
Clip it, Kirby.
I'm just sorry.
Save it. Throw it in the library.
But like, he commits to Cincinnati. The hype is there. Then everybody's like, well, this hasn't really happened in a Bearcats uniform. I'm like, yeah, have you ever seen a tape like that of a guy committing to Cincinnati? I surely have not. So everybody was raining. Yeah, everybody was raining on everyone's parade about thinking that there was a ton of hype around Abayev, which there was, but I think it's rightfully so. And even I kind of was persuaded to kind of chill on the Abayev hype, but I'm not. Not anymore. Not anymore. This guy is an NBA player. You can see it right there. And he might put us on the map back again because even when we've been good, we haven't been relevant. We might be relevant again with Sean Abayev.
Yeah, and he has that the hype with the name. So like if we do start the season hot and maybe we beat Louisville or something like that, like immediately Cincinnati's back. This is why. The media loves a reason. They love the big name. It'll probably be him, from what I saw in the Michigan game. But me, I like to look at the fringes, the edges, some deeper stuff. And my guy Sincere Harris, he can take it to the rack. I was telling people he can do it. Obviously, he bricks his first 3, looked just like last year.
That's okay.
Whatever. I just need 25% Sincere. Maybe 28. Can we get 28%? 30? But he takes it to the rack with authority. He is lanky. He's strong. He's like imposing. On defense, when the opponent has the ball, they feel him. They're not going to try him a lot of times. And when they do, I mean, he had a couple steals against Michigan. I love that guy. I seriously think this isn't some like proclamation that we're going to be an amazing team this year, and we have talked about this all off season. I think Fifth Third's going to be much more fun this year between Kerr Kriisa, dog, Sincere Harris, dog. Like it's just Chom blocking shots, Abayev, step back, dunk. Tillery plays hard off the bench. Like I could keep going here, but it's just going to be more fun. I think like the energy level the last couple of years has been pathetic. And while I do like to blame the fans every once in a while, because I think we should always be behind our guys, the players have responsibility here to like bring that energy to make fans react. You can't just point at the fans and be like, yo, be loud. There has to be something to cheer about, and there hasn't been. So I think it's going to start with Harris and Kirk Risa. And, it was nice to see Kirk Risa have a pretty good game too.
Yeah, Harris had 13 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 steals. The guy is a junkyard dog. People are going to love him, and they're going to love Kirk Risa. 15 points out of him, 15 points out of Chom. Baba Miller, 11.6 rebounds, 4 assists.
McKinley made the right plays. What about McKinley?
McKinley looks good.
Yeah. We don't need him to do much. Fit in and make the right play.
Don't make me say it, Lilly. Don't make me say it. I don't want to say it. I'm not saying it. We'll see how Friday with Arkansas goes. We're gonna
lose by 40.
We're gonna see how that goes before I get too ahead of my skis on this one. But I'm excited. I'm way more excited than I was this time last week. Way more excited. Even though it's a scrimmage, even though it doesn't count, it's not losing to an MVC team on your home floor in a scrimmage. I could tell you that, which somebody else did. So you have to have talent to do that, regardless of if it counts or not. You have to have talent. You have to have the players. If we weren't any good, we wouldn't have done what we did on Friday. If we weren't any good, we wouldn't have done what we did on Friday. I'll say that again. So it's a matter of doing it in January.
I want to wait till the Arkansas game to like make stronger takes, but we're going to be better this year. I don't know how much better, but seriously, it doesn't mean Wes will save his job and we'll make the tournament, but I don't think I'm going to leave fifth, third as much this year. Just absolutely embarrassed. And
I'm laughing. I mean? I'm laughing and I don't want to call out your take, but it's like, God, I hope so. I hope if we're not better than last year, God, give me a break. But yeah, no, I'm not making fun of your take. I agree that there's definitely skepticism from the fans on if we're going to be or not. So, well, we got media day on Wednesday. We'll break that down. We have Arkansas on Friday. We'll break that down.
Pick 'em.
Yeah, we'll have a pick 'em show where we, go through each Big 12 game, give our thoughts and our picks against the spread.
Here's a teaser. Tail Chuck, man.
Oh, Chuck had a
He's
good
on
week.
A heater.
Chuck had a good weekend.
There's the teaser.
Yeah. You got anything else? I think that's
lock in, guys. We got this late October, early November with basketball and football overlapping. Lock in. We got a lot of stuff coming.
It is exciting. All right, well, that's it for us for the midweek show. Like I said, we'll have some more content out later this week, and then of course we'll have
we love Martino's too.
We'll have post-game shows for I think both basketball and football. And yeah, we want to go. Lilly, talk about the Utah time frame because
I'll do that real quick here.
That affects our Martino stuff.
Yeah. So as you guys saw on Twitter today, if you're on Twitter, we play Baylor this week. Next week is at Utah, and the games got selected for a 6-day hold, which means that we don't know the time yet. Typically on Monday, next Saturday's time. There's a couple 6 days holds per year, and they exercise them this week. So we will not know the time for the Utah game till Sunday. The most likely possibility, in my opinion, is 10:30 p.m. on ESPN, which would be – it would suck for us in terms of, you're going to be up till 2 a.m. watching the game. The post-game show is going to be Chuck sleeping. He might even snore like live on the show. So if you guys want to stay up for that, that'd be great. But if it's a 3:30 Fox, which would be great, Utah fans are sick of those late ones too. So let's get that 3:30 Fox.
Yeah.
If it's 3:30 Fox, we'll see you. I think we'll see you at Martino's. We'll do a little,
I think that's the plan.
Yeah, and if it's 10:30, I'm not sure that's
I
going to
don't even know if that's allowed. I don't even think that'd be allowed.
That's yeah. So then we'll have to come up with some another football show there, maybe for TCU.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, but that is definitely the plan. Well, it's Saturday. It's homecoming. It's Baylor coming to town, 4:00. Martinez will have you covered. It's one of the best spots around to catch Bearcats games away or home. TVs everywhere, crowd energy on point, not a bad seat in the house, perfect for watch parties or tailgates before Baylor comes into town and loses to Brendan Sorsby. All right, guys, that's it for the midweek show. Like I said, we'll have more content later this week. See ya.